Let me get connected here. My name is Douglas Arellanes. I'm going to try to get my my act together here with technology. Yeah, all right. My name is Douglas Arellanes. I'm one of the founders of a European NGO called Sourcefabric. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about some of our work in the area of rethinking live blogs. Sourcefabric is an NGO. We work in a lot of countries. We did 19 newsroom deployments last year, everything from places like Georgia and projects in Brazil, and then we work also in developing countries like Switzerland. Now, one of the things that we believe is that newsrooms are the same everywhere you go in the world. And we also believe that open source software makes a huge difference. And this is something that I wanted to tie into from Dan Sinker's talk yesterday, which absolutely hit the nail on the head, that open source actually is one of the ways that we can help not only get ideas from developed countries to developing countries, but actually vice versa as well. And I'll talk about that in just a second. We all know that limited resources are a problem for newsrooms. And again, this concept of sharing and the things that groups like Hackers are doing are essential in making sure that knowledge is not only shared, but also know-how and techniques and new ways of doing things. When it comes to the technology behind live blogging, newsrooms are they're undergoing a lot of competition. There's a lot of competition from real-time platforms, things like Twitter and Facebook, obviously, but there are others that will be growing. And readers have really come to expect real-time information. They expect things to come in just like they do on Facebook or Twitter. So as a result, a lot of organizations have started to embrace live blogging. And they're using live blogging for everything from sporting matches to various breaking news situations. But the problem is that most live blogs are pretty boring. It's just like one line of text, and then it's another line of text, and then another line of text. So what we've been trying to do, one of the teams that I have at Sourcefabric is working on ways that we can explode the live blog and also expand it. About a year and a half ago, maybe a little more, and I hope that Antoine Laurent from the Global Editors Network is here today. We've been working with the Global Editors Network for a while. They came to us and they said, you know, we want to really rethink the live blog. We like a lot of things that platforms like Storify have, but we also like some of the things that other commercial and proprietary systems have. And so what they did was they put together a wish list of all of the different functionality that they wanted to see. They wanted to be able to take multiple sources from Twitter, from Facebook, from Instagram, from SoundCloud, and they wanted to be able to put all of those into a live blog stream. They wanted to enable collaboration between different newsrooms and between different reporters from different organizations. And they wanted the whole thing to be done open source and open standards. What happened was that we came up with an early version of the software, and we used it during the US elections last year, working with the International Center for Journalists and also putting it on the Huffington Post. And since then, we've also started to work with some other organizations to actually deploy this in real-world newsrooms. The first of these is the STT Lehtikuva News Agency in Finland. It's the national press agency there. And also, if you go to the Hackers website, you can see that the live blog is in action there as well. We have another major European partner that we'll be announcing probably in the next few days. I can't exactly say who it is right now, but it is going to be a big one. So the fundamental thing is this, that newsrooms are starting to collaborate more. If you look at the latest Snowden revelations and how the Guardian started to share the information with other organizations to spread out the workload, but also to spread out their risk. This collaboration is also something that we're working on enabling through the technology that we've got. But I mean, you know, this isn't a new concept. Pools have been covering things like the White House for years. And so being able to pool their resources together is actually something that, that fits very well inside of the culture of the newsroom. So one of the things that we're working on right now is, and what we've got shipped in the latest version of the Liveblog, is this concept of Liveblog chaining, so that the output of one Liveblog can become just another ingest source for another Liveblog. And so you can bring together Liveblog content from multiple places and bring it together into one super Liveblog. Or you can have regional news that's going out live and then have that all aggregated into a national Liveblog. For things like national elections, this really comes in handy. And that actually leads me to the next part of what we're working on. Because what was cool is that now that we have this Liveblog platform, which is free and open source, we're starting to extend it in new and interesting ways. And one of the ways that we're extending it is to enable input from SMS, so that we are working with a news organization in Mozambique to actually take citizen reports and bring those into a workflow of verification, so that an editor can say, here's an SMS saying that there is some kind of election irregularity out in this province. Can we check it out? And a reporter can be assigned to it, they check it out, and then that report can be shared out on the Liveblog. I have a short film that I want to show you about that right now, and I hope this will work. Yeah, here we go. Let me actually get some sound. Here. Okay. Yeah.
Mozambique is a really wide country. We have 20 provinces. We have no power this there. And the radio...
Oh, well, the connection... Well, let's see.
Can be reached, but TV definitely not, and newspapers are all in these two towns. And Verdade is this paper who is trying to reach people, not just in Maputo, but also in the other provinces in town.
In Mozambique, the supposedly democratic process is not transparent. It relies on many frauds, and until very recently, people didn't have the tools to talk about that, to denounce that, and to demand for legal action to be taken.
We push every readers we have, from the printed edition to the digital, and we are pushing them now to be an active citizen. An active citizen is a guy who can, if he sees something that he decides that is relevant to share with us, he can share.
Citizen Desk is a tool for news organizations to aggregate, verify, and publish content that was posted by their readers and other people out there. You can pull in information from various feeds and sources, for example, social networks or even text messages sent from mobile phones. You can then put that content through an editorial workflow to determine if it's accurate and trustworthy. And then you can later output it to any channel you like, for example, to a Liveblog on your website. Overall, Citizen Desk is the perfect tool for journalism to integrate citizen journalism into what they do.
The whole community journalism thing, I think, is just a natural result of how the internet perpetrates our lives. Since everyone can now report on things.
I think everyone deserves healthy information. You don't have to be a professional journalist, but be able to analyze information in a way, because everybody makes action based on their information.
We don't have enough journalists in this country, and they are not enough to report, and they are not enough to verify. But what we have tried and we are seeing on last years is people themselves are verifying the reports that we are having and that we are sharing.
Citizen Desk is very important because you get the stories from the community, from the individuals, having somebody over there, bringing those stories in one platform so that everybody can use it, not just only one media.
From the first day, we knew it that the technology will help us not only to do a better printed edition, but also reach people and engage them more.
We have the opportunity to engage all those people around using their mobiles, with or without internet access, by SMS or via the online world. Verdade has a network of taxis that goes around the city and to the poorest neighborhoods to spread around their newspaper. So it really takes the news into people's houses.
We are saying people to go for voting, because it's a start for development, for the whole process we have to do in this country. We use a newspaper as a tool of development and transformation, and of course giving hope for the readers.
So that's our Citizen Desk project. This is one of the projects which has been really wonderfully supported by the African News Innovation Challenge. And you'll hear a little bit about that in a few moments. But the first deployment of Citizen Desk happened in May, and we want to have the final version ready, or the 1.0 version, ready in time for the October elections in Mozambique. Everything is up on our GitHub let me just get you the URL. It's under actually our project called Superdesk, and you can find that there under GitHub and Sourcefabric and Superdesk. So I'm actually going to be giving a little workshop, well, a workshop this afternoon on another one of our tools called Airtime, which allows you to do open source radio in the cloud. But if you want to talk about Liveblog and Citizen Desk, I'm going to be around as well, and I will really enjoy talking with you about that. So thank you.
Mientras se prepara Justin